playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Walker to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's good for a 1st down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. A quick throw by Brady, complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin from 6 yards away. And the Buccaneers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point put through by Succo, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14, and able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Tannehill. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. Under pressure, and down he goes. Ed Oliver. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Seven, our score after 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Brady. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Seahawks 14, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From midfield, here's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go no, 66.
Brady now to throw. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied at 14. This this one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 64 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 21-14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joe Tryon able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out. Just
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Fournette once more on second down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Brady. Man open, here is Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
91 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady.
And the Bucs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Off play action, Tannehill. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. On first down, Tannehill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. To throw is Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Brady. And this one caught downfield by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Tannehill intercepted again.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Second down, back to Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Brady and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 70 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Play action. It's Tannehill. This is the tight end Fant. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Tannehill. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Joe Tryon bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Ball resting on the 9 on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now Tannehill. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's Tannehill. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Tannehill now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now
in this fourth quarter.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
142 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Fournette. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Wait, set.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Fournette on the counter. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.